Okay, I believe we're live on YouTube. And so I want to welcome everybody. We have a lot of people on Zoom tonight. I am so excited. And I love the YouTubers as well because that's people that some of them are watching live tonight on YouTube and some have Zoomed in and some have called in. But we're starting a new program tonight. And my name is Colson-Eyre and I'm a future executive senior sales director from Valdosta, Georgia. And we have people on Zoom tonight. I think I at least heard 10 states. I'm sure there's more. But, we are a Mary Kay Army, are we not, ladies? And so we are starting a new little 6-week series called Boss Babe Warrior Girl. And I want to give the credits where credit is due. My good friend, top director, Karen Riddle, did this outline and shared it with all her director friends. And some of you were with me in 2018 in January, where we started we called it our Boss Babe calls. And we have kept it going since then. So that's all of 18, 19, and 20. So this is really starting on our 4th year of consistently every single Sunday night, except for probably 2 or 3. And I really think most of the time, I don't even remember us canceling one unless all the directors were leadership. But otherwise, even if I was not there, someone did it for me. So I am so proud of you guys that have stuck with it. And what I do know is that people that stick together, when they show up, they're going to go up, and they're not discouraged, because you get discouraged when you're out by yourself, and so you got all these coals and they're burning hot and they're on fire. And then one of them says, I'm tired of this crowd. They go over there and that burning coal, it just goes all the way out and it's dead. So you guys, we got to keep the burning coals together. And if you're not fired up, you will be before it's over tonight. Okay. So welcome everybody. And you feel welcome to chat in the chat on Zoom or on YouTube. And I always go back and read all the comments on YouTube as well. So tonight, before we get into our very first week of our Boss Babe Warrior Girl, let me just say a couple of things. First of all, there is a little notebook that you can print out, and you can print out, it says Boss Babe Warrior Girl. And it just kind of gives you a little guideline to go with. For our sales directors, there are 2 workbooks. One is more of a director guide, and the other one is the consultant's guide. And so if you do not have this in the YouTube channel, I will post the consultant guide. If you're a sales director and you need the other one, you can just message me and I'll get it to you. Okay. So you don't have to have it. If you're on here tonight, I don't have it. It's no big deal, but you can just get it between now and next week. So this is going to be our kickoff night. But last week was the Sunday night it was in January. It was the 3rd. However, Mary Kay did not come out with the promotions until the 4th. So normally I like to kick off January just with a little short update of what's going on. And even though it's the 10th, we're going to go ahead and do it right now, just so you kind of know what's going on in January. And there's some people that maybe you took a couple of days off. The kids just now, if they're going to school, just went back to school. So maybe you feel like you're kind of just starting January anyway. But either way, I think you'll find the information beneficial to you. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And just for the first few minutes, I'm going to just do a little kickoff for this month, okay? Okay, so first of all, it's January. Happy New Year, everybody. We're 10 days into the new year already. Isn't that awesome? And so these are the couple of things that Mary Kay came out and has talked to us about. If you are a consultant that goes on In Touch, and you would probably see some of this, but I am very well aware that sales directors go to In Touch daily, and consultants go when they need to place an order, usually maybe once or twice a month. So you may have already known some of this, and if you did, that's great. And if you don't, now you know. Okay, so the biggest news, I guess, in January was that Mary Kay came out with another way to be an elite team leader. And so y'all know that elite team leader is the old title was future director. So they've changed the title, and that's 8 active team members. And that's still the same. 8 active team members. You get 9 to 13% on your team when you have 8. Actually, when you even have 5, you get 9 to 13%, but you get a new title when you get 8. Okay. There's a pretty little pin enhancer that you get as well. But now there's another way, 2 ways to do this. And it's kind of cool. I mean, really, in Mary Kay, I can't really think of any other time there's been 2 different methods to get to a title. not in my years. So this is kind of a new thought. So how it works is that if you have 5 active team members, like you're a team leader, and then one of your girls that you've recruited gets in her red jacket, that makes you an elite team leader. So you could just have 5 and 1 red jacket on your team, and that's an elite team leader. And the cool thing about that is not only are you have a different title, but you actually get paid more money. How many of y'all like to get paid more money for more work, right? And so some of you are going to get paid more money. You're not even doing any more work because you already had this. But some of you, this is something you can work for. So basically how it works is now for the first time in Mary Kay, a consultant can get paid on her, what they're calling your second tier, which this means people that you didn't recruit, but it's your recruits. So your second level, your second tier. So you're going to get paid a commission, 5% on the second tier of your business, your organization, okay? And the cool thing about that, it doesn't even stop with just that Red Jackets team. Maybe you have another girl on your team who's a senior consultant and she has 1 recruit. You're gonna get paid on her too. And maybe you have another girl that has 2 recruits. You can get paid on her too, but you have to have at least one of them in their red jacket, okay, active red jacket. And the other qualification is that the whole entire team, which is you, your personal team members, and your recruits, the second tier, all of y'all together have to order at least $2,000 in a calendar month for you to get this 5% commission. But really, that's a lot of people. And especially, let's say you are a boss babe and you always do your 600, you get your sparkler jewelry, right? So really then that team would have to do at least $1,400 with everybody else. And that's at least, your 5 people and at least that 1 red jacket, that's 8 people. So that's not a lot. That's an average of $200 a person. Or maybe your red jacket gets her sparkle jewelry. So that right there is $1,200. You just need $800 more when the whole rest of the team. So you guys, here's the thing. It's something that now, if you've never done this before, you may want to start watching your team production. What kind of orders is your team doing? And there's going to be a report now that once you have a red jacket on your team, you will be able to see what your second level people, your second tier people are ordering in the month. And let me just say that once you hit this position, there will be a little pop-up on your InTouch screen. And you do have to check a little, fill out this little form, check it online that says that basically you're respecting the privacy of these people. And so it's something that directors we had to do, and you only have to do it one time. Even if you become a director later, you don't have to fill out that form again, but you'll see it when it pops up. So don't ignore it, or they'll send you some reminders as well. But anyway, that's just kind of the basics of that. If you're near that level, maybe you're a red jacket, and this could be a good reason for you to, maybe you're a red jacket and you have a red jacket under you. You're a red with a red. Man, just get 2 more people, you'd be an elite team leader. Isn't that something? So you can go from a red jacket to elite team leader. So the biggest thing on this for me is that where companies right now are cutting back, Mary Kay is giving raises. I want y'all to think about that and be glad you're in our company. Okay, the next thing for January is, of course, we have some Sparkle Chain Reaction jewelry that you can win. $600 wholesale. These beautiful earrings reignite your passion. And then if you do it January, February, and March, you get another pair of earrings. So let's just look at this. The reignite your passion, I think it's pretty great. It says, make this the month that you take a fresh approach to building your business through holding amazing virtual parties, making customer service your focus for continued growth, and helping team members start off the year with shared enthusiasm. And of course, this is the beautiful, and I really do like these earrings. I like the ones that we had, I think it was July, that came down and had the sparkle on the end. I just think they're cool. I think we're going to love them. And so everybody wants to win your earrings. And there's another reason why, because if you do it January, February, and March, you're going to get these beautiful earrings with the pink ribbon inside. Now, if you're one of the girls that did it July through December, you're going to get a necklace that's going to be mailed to you that's going to have the pink ribbon in the gold necklace. And so then you're going to get these earrings to match it. And then I'm not positive, but I would think that there will be a contest April through June that maybe you could get a matching bracelet, right? I mean, I think that would be a great idea. If Mary Kay hadn't thought of it, you know, maybe I'll call them. But anyway, this is called Spark Your Belief. And so Mary Kay said, if you believe it, you can achieve it. And now is the perfect time to recommit to your goals by believing in your ability to book more parties, sell more product, and help more teammates be their best. It's time to spark your passion for action. Okay, upcoming dates, January the 17th, which happens to be next Sunday night. Is that right? Yes, next Sunday night is the deadline for the preferred customer program. And so for them to get the new book, guess what's on the new book, you guys? The new product that I'm going to tell you about in a second, the clinical solution. So I'm not going to flip through the book because there's some surprises in here. There's more than just the new clinical solutions that is available. But I mean, let me just tell you this. Okay, in this book, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages are all about this clinical solutions. And so there is a lot of material on it, and you want every single person that you know that breathes, they have to be breathing, and they have to have skin. You need to make sure this is in their mailbox. It's 70 cents to mail it. So honestly, you go through your people, even if they've never bought from you before, you think they're a potential customer, that you think they love to take care of their skin, they're all about anti-aging, get their address and put them on your mailing list, because I'm telling y'all, this is going to be a big deal. So that is, the deadline is next Sunday. So don't let it slip up. And listen, you guys, everybody knows this, but some people wait till the last day. And then sometimes on the last day, they run out of the books that have the free sample inside. So you don't want to do that. You want to do it like what I would do is when I got off the Boss Babe call tonight, I might just go ahead and do my preferred customer program. And then between now and Sunday, if I have new people to add, I'd go back and add. You can add people every day. It's not like extra shipping or anything. Okay. So that way your people are going to get the sample, and that is going to be real important to you. Okay. Okay, so Boss Babe Warrior Girl, we already know about that. That's starting tonight. And so I'm so glad all of you are on here with us tonight. And we're going to do this right after these just few little updates. So we got this in the mail today. There's a lot of other things underneath it, but check it out. It says, elevate your expectations. Amplify, elevate, prevent, reverse, radiate. And so this is the actual box. You know, normally we can't tell y'all anything, right? But now we can, because Mary Kay let the cat out of the bag early. So this is the really cute box that comes in. It's a little bit bigger than the microdermabrasion box. And it comes with a brochure inside, a really nice one with the tracking sheet that they're going to need to use it. And of course, the 2 products. And so it's really, really nicely done. It's very clinical like, right? In that white box, it's like, nice. Okay, so you guys, it's going to be exciting. And so that is coming soon. It's going to be on the next lookbook that'll be coming out that you're going to sign up for. So your customers are going to get it February the 10th. Okay, so you guys get excited about it. What should you do now? Really, you know what you should do? You should go to InTouch and you should study. Print some stuff out, read it, get familiar with it, so that when it comes out, it won't be something just so foreign to you. And believe me, the directors, we've had time to really look at it. So it's $120 for the set. There's not going to be any limits when they do open the orderings on the set. There will be a limit of 5 if you buy them separately. Okay. But honestly, right now, you don't want to do that. You want to get the sets. You really do. Okay. We'll do some more training on that later, but I did want to throw that out. And by the way, this is where basically what Mary Kay has said. Mary Kay Clinical Solutions Retinol 0.5 set is coming. It introduces a new level of dermocosmetic performance to complement your nighttime skincare routine. It includes retinol, 0.5 serum, and Calm and Restore facial milk. These products are designed to be used together as part of the 8-week retinization process developed by Mary Kay. And then what you want to know is starting February 16th, when it officially comes out, there will be a special hub for customers on marykay.com that will include all the Mary Kay Clinical Solution information. In the meantime, you'll see the special URL, marykay.com/clinical solutions, on some of the marketing material that you'll see. note that even though it might be live and accessible now, there will not be any content on the site until February the 16th. But that'll be cool for you to have a place to just send your people to, right? So as in your customers, because they're going to want to study it too. Okay, the next thing in January is Mary Kay does have a social media playbook that you can download, and you can upload that. You just go to resources and then digital zone and then social media central and then social media playbooks, and then you will find that. Okay, next, little discount. So nice every now and then get a discount. Mary Kay is reduced the ProPay fee. Not Mary Kay, but ProPay has reduced their fee to $19.95. It was $29.95. So that's pretty awesome that they have reduced it. So if you do not have ProPay and you've been looking for a way to process your credit cards, this is a great way to do it, and you get a discount for all of 2021. DIQ program requirements, there is an update, and the biggest update is if you're a DIQ, now you start with 10, that's been the update, but now you're going to end with 30 instead of 24 people. And that starts immediately. So any DIQs, if you're already in, you know that to finish, you have to have 30. And in case you're thinking, that's a lot, I can't believe that. I mean, it used to be 24. Don't worry about that, you guys, because honestly, I had to have 30, and that was 31 years ago. So you can do it. It's just going to make you make more money. Yes. Okay. Let me move this thing over here. Hang on just a minute. Okay. On InTouch, there is a printable order form. I wanted to mention this to you. As a matter of fact, I think I've got mine right here. I just printed mine out. I don't have it right here, but I was just doing my inventory. And I thought, I need an order form to be able to, get my part numbers and all that stuff on. So now there is a printable order form. You just print it right out. And in case you don't know where it is, you just go to InTouch, go to ordering, and then go to order forms, and you will see it. They're not doing paper orders anymore. So all orders have to be done online. So used to, you'd mail them in. They're not doing mail-in orders anymore. So just in case you didn't know that. We do have a brand new quarter that just started. Congratulations for all the stars that just finished. But right here is the new star prizes. And this ends on March 15th. And you want to go on here like today and go, all right, what do I need to win? Instead of waiting until March 14th and say, what did I win? Or March 15th, instead, why don't you have a goal of what you'd like to win? Look through here. And let me tell you what I do. I don't look down here at the 1800s. I look over here. I'm like, yes, I do think my watch needs updating. And so I'll get me a new Apple Watch, So you can look, or maybe you need a new iPad, or maybe you need a new television, or these pots and pans are super, super bad to the bone. I just bought my mother this exact set of pots and pans for Christmas because my aunt told me, she said, don't get that non-coated. That's not good. When you have like real cooks like me, I really like that because I burn stuff. But she said, no, stainless steel is the way to go. You'll have it forever. And it cooks better. So I'm kind of thinking I might need that. Not that I'm going to start cooking, but if I did, it'd be nice to have some good dishes, good pots and pans. Anyway, that's the quarter. And of course, you can go on InTouch and print out this awesome sheet that keeps you updated. We're all 13 weeks of the quarter, and you can write down your retail sales, your orders, your team members, and then you can add up your contest credits. So this is a great little sheet. Mary Kay has it every single quarter, and you just look under contests and you look under supporting materials, and you'll see this little sheet that you can print out. And don't forget about being an all-star. If you were a star the first 2 quarters and you're a star these last 2 quarters, this is the beautiful, beautiful Ted Baker bags that you are going to get to win according to your star level. Sapphire is this little wristlet, I think right here. And then diamond is this little crossbody clutch. And then let's see, we got ruby is this transparent shopper bag. And then this is emerald. And then you've got the Ted Baker tote bag, like a pocketbook. No one says pocketbook anymore. I know, I'm old school. But anyway, that's the all-star program. Beautiful bag. So you've done it the first 2 quarters, or maybe you're new, like you did it 1 quarter because you signed up the first quarter, you can still win it. So really, just to wrap up this part of it, I just want to go through this, like what is your 90-day goal? So from now to the end of March. And then what's your 60-day goal from now to the end of February? What's your 30-day goal now to the end of the month? And then 7-day goal from now to the end of the week. And then what are you going to do today? And so you want to make every single day count, you guys, because even though it's 31 days, it's going to be a short month because we're already 10 days into it. But guess what? We got 21 more days. That's a lot. That's 3 whole weeks, 3 full weeks that we can really make something happen with our Mary Kay business. So I wanted to just share that with you today before I start the Boss Babe, just a little 20-minute what's going on in January to get everybody updated, because I could not do it. All right. So let's go into our Boss Babe Warrior Girl. So you guys, this book is really great, and we're going to have some more interaction, especially next week. But really, even tonight, I'm going to invite you to chat. Anything that you want to, that when I ask a question, type it in this chat. I would love to see it in there. And we're going to hear from some of the directors as well. So I'm just going to read the first part of this, which if you have your book, I thought it was pretty great. And Karen, my buddy, she is a very strategic person, and she's a God-filled woman. She's a very godly woman. And so I love the material. You know, you have people that just come out with great material. And when she first sent it, I thought I should do my own. And then I thought, why? It's so good. So I'm going to use hers, and then you just can put your own spin to it. So it says 2020 has been a unique year, to say the least. And now it's 2021, a new year. And you're better prepared for this than you think. In the past year, you've learned to pivot. You've learned new skills. You've gained new confidence. And you did things you didn't think you could do because you had to. How many of y'all tried something that you did not think you could do, but you had to do it, so you made yourself learn it? And even when you first heard about it, you're like, ugh, sounds hard. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to wait. And then it was April. Then it was May. You're like, I still don't want to do it. I'm just going to wait. And then it was June. And then finally September, you're like, all right, I'm going to do it. Right? So some of us, did it kicking and screaming. But now you're not just a boss babe. You're a boss babe warrior girl. And this is our year. And it says, over the next week, we'll study together what it means to be a warrior in the business. We'll look at specific warrior characteristics each week, as well as the battle many warriors face when growing in that trait. Every warrior faces battles. Do y'all agree about that? And we need to be prepared and ready for every battle. You may want to spend some time reading the first 6 chapters of Joshua in the Bible. And so that's exactly what I did this afternoon. I read the first 6 chapters, and it's about when Joshua took the Israelites over to conquer the city of Jericho. So I'm not going to be the spoiler. I want y'all to read that between now and next week, because honestly, you will see so many things that we're going to bring out about these men. And then it's funny, the other thing that I was thinking of today is that movie. It was called, I think it's called 300 Spartans or something like that. And I heard like 2 or 3 different people talk about that. I think Lorinda King talked about it in the Ignite January Jumpstart. But I want to watch that movie this week too. And it's about 300 warriors, and their mindset and how they went to war. And it was like, you will not retreat. Their wives and girlfriends sent them off and said, either come with your shield up or on top of your shield. In other words, don't come back. You don't retreat. You win or die. And so I think that's going to be a good movie for us to, if you want to watch a movie this week, why don't you find it and do it? But this is, there are going to be some little prizes, and directors, you will just pick the prize for your unit of what you'd like to promote. So I'm not going to say what prize you're going to win, but your director is going to give you something, okay, when you complete the assignments, all right? So and here's what you have to do. You have to attend or watch 4 of the 6 weeks of training. So if you're on here tonight, check, all right? And you have to complete at least 3 of the 5 wins below. Okay, just 3 of the 5, and you'll receive a special warrior gift at the end of the program. But it's up to you as consultants to turn this into your sales director. It's not up to the director to say, did you turn in your sheet? Because you're getting the prize, okay? So you have to turn it into us as part of being a warrior girl boss babe. So number 1, you have to earn your Spark Achiever jewelry in January. That's one thing. This is one of the 3 out of 5, okay? And earn your Spark Achiever jewelry by February the 15th, the second one, okay? Complete your virtual certification by practice practicing on 30 faces from January 1st to January 15th. Now, you say it's already the 10th. That's right. So guess what? If you did some faces the first 10 days of the month, you're ahead of the game. If you didn't, that's okay. You still have plenty of time to get 30 faces in. Okay. So 30 faces, January 1st to January 15th. You sponsor one new active team member and hold at least 10 virtual in-person parties by February the 15th. A virtual in-person party, virtual or in-person, we can take you, we know on the Boss Babes that you could do a party in 5 minutes, right? Remember the flash parties? You could do a 30-minute party, a 45-minute party. We've been doing the PJ parties. You could do a color party. Honestly, we just want you to try. And so you have to do this 10 times. So if you do 30-minute parties, that may take you, a total of 5 hours in 6 weeks. Will you work 5 hours in 6 whole weeks? Guess what, you guys? Some people actually work an 8-hour day. Can you believe that? 8 whole hours. So we're not asking for a lot. All right. So you want to look at this and say, you know what? This is what I would do if I were a Boss Babe Warrior Girl. I'd say, I'm going to do all of them. I'm going to do all of them. But you have to do at least 3 to get the prize. Everybody clear? Okay. Awesome. So we'll kind of go over the agenda that we're going to do today. We're going to kick off and just talk about it a minute. Next week, we're going to go over one of the traits is a Boss Babe Warrior Girl is confident. Week 3 is a Boss Babe Warrior Girl is disciplined. Week 4, a Boss Babe Warrior Girl is bold. Week 5, a Boss Babe Warrior Girl is active. And week 6, a Boss Babe Warrior Girl is brave. All right. So those are the traits that we're going to go over on the next few weeks. And then there's a little form, you can check when you do your 3 out of 5 things. All right. So let's talk about a Boss Babe Warrior Girl. I believe what Karen did on this is she actually just looked up the definition of a boss babe. Okay. So you can come up with your own too. And I'm going to ask some of you, what would you be your definition? So the one that she put in the book was a woman who pursues her passion as a career with a thirst for continuous growth and a desire to serve others. And, we've talked about this a lot, about being a servant leader instead of just a leader who wants to be served, a servant leader. Jesus was a servant leader, right? A female entrepreneur who courageously seeks happiness above all else while making the world a better place. A woman with a big ambition and a success mindset who pursues happiness and serves others by turning her passion into a paycheck. Living as a boss babe goes deeper than just having a career or going to work every day. Boss babes allow their dreams to set their souls on fire, and they use this to fuel their daily living. So that's a boss babe, and you guys are all boss babes. When you signed your Mary Kay agreement, whatever day that was, and then do you remember the day your kit came in and you opened up that kit and you're like, I don't know about you, but I can still remember the day. And mine was over 35 years ago. I can remember the day. I remember putting the starter kit on my desk at work because I sent my starter kit to work so I could get it at work. And so I went and got it and I opened it up on my desk at work. And I just remember pulling all that stuff out and I was so excited. And I thought, I cannot believe I'm doing this. And I had fears. I thought, I hope I'll be decent at this. But I was also just excited to start something new. And I got all the papers out and the cassette tape. Y'all like, what is a cassette tape? Then, later it was a CD. And now it's like, find this link and click on it, right? But, like when you open that up, to me, it's a box full of possibilities. And you're like, I am the boss of my own business. This is my business and I'm the boss. And that makes you, and you're a babe. All of you are babes, so that makes you a boss babe. Now, if you happen to be a man watching this, you can just be a boss, all right? And you can be a boss babe, a boss warrior guy. But anyway, we're gonna just talk to the girls tonight, or we're gonna use the girls as our example. So what is a warrior? A warrior is a brave or experienced soldier, frequently used to describe a person who is very strong and does not give up. It's a warrior. You're going to battle through it. Okay. It's a warrior, not a wimp. So everybody right now, let's just raise our hands and say, I am a warrior, not a wimp. Okay. So hang on. I got to just get the galley so I can see you. Okay. Y'all ready? Y'all, I know I can't hear you, but just do it. I am a warrior and not a wimp. Okay, that's perfect. See, that's all y'all had to do. I love that. Y'all look good tonight, by the way. All of you. Okay, so a boss babe warrior girl. So we're gonna put them together. A boss babe warrior girl, okay, is what we're gonna be talking about. Is a woman who courageously pursues her dreams and goals with passion and a desire to serve others. She's committed to the journey to her dreams. She doesn't allow anything or anyone to stop her. She works with confidence and boldness. She is disciplined and courageous. She inspires all of those around her by taking daily action. You are a boss babe warrior girl. 2021 is your year, and it's time to make your dreams come true. Now, before we go any further, I found something that I want to share with you. And I'm going to share it on the screen. I was looking up today, and I just really like this, and it was about having a warrior spirit. And I wanted to read just a little bit about this to you because I thought it was so good, and how it can apply to us in our Mary Kay business as well. And it says, when we recognize our warrior self, we can exhibit strength without sacrificing tenderness. Because, sometimes when you think of warrior, as a woman, you think of someone mean and killing people, okay? Like that is something that comes to your mind. So let's think about being a warrior, or your warrior self, without sacrificing the tenderness. It says the human soul is very powerful and can adapt readily to the changes and conditions we encounter in our lives. Although we tend to use a single set of characteristics to define ourselves, we can slip into contradictory roles when circumstances demand it. Okay, so just stay with me here. It says, at certain times, we need to call on our inner warrior, and we may feel dismayed because we have no wish to disavow ourselves of our softer side. However, embracing our warrior spirit is not a matter of denying gentleness or compassion. All human beings embody all traits to some degree, and seemingly contradictory aspects can coexist peacefully within us. It says we can exhibit strength without sacrificing tenderness, precisely because both elements of the self both have a role to play. And so it's talking in here about how it's the inner balance. And then, when things come out, that happens to you in your life, you've got to kind of, some of the Southerners, we say, suck it up, buttercup. Put your big girl panties on, right? You've heard of those sayings. That's like, let's get your warrior girl out on. You're a warrior, not a wimp. You can do this, okay? You don't have to go into a fetal position on the couch. You can get yourself up. Mary Kay Ash even said, you may feel like you need to have a pity party. She goes, that's okay. She goes, go have your pity party. You got 3 minutes. And when you're done, come on back and let's get back to work. And that's what she used to say. She did allow us a few minutes to pity when we have things that happen to us. Like she was talking, when she gave the speech, she was talking about like when you go to a lady's house and they're not there. Okay. You knock on the door, you see them close the blind. And then you're like, or you spend all this time and you make all this food and all these people come and nobody buys a single thing. Or you recruit somebody and they join and then they quit. She said, that's going to happen. You can't let that stop you. You've got to, suck it up, buttercup. Mary Kay didn't say that. She said, have a pity party and let's get back going. It says your inner warrior is a source of strength you can draw on in times of real need. Now, as a Christian, what do we have inside us also? The Holy Spirit, right? And that's something that you lean on. And so it says, when you employ your warrior spirit thoughtfully, it manifests itself as, these are the things: clarity, focus, determination, courage, consistency, and an unflappable zest for life. The warrior views hurdles as an evolutionary opportunity and is not afraid to pursue a purpose to its conclusion. There's more than enough room in the existence of the warrior for softness and benevolence. You see the end of this. And basically, let's let's see, when your warrior spirit is thoughtfully, when you employ your warrior spirit thoughtfully, it manifests as clarity, focus, determination, courage, and I've already said that. Okay. The warrior views hurdles as evolutionary opportunities, not afraid to pursue a purpose to its conclusion. There's more than enough room in the existence of a warrior for softness and benevolence, is what I want to say, and the warrior's willingness to stand up for their beliefs that can aid you greatly as you strive to incorporate these ideals into your existence. So I know that was kind of probably a smidge boring, but the whole thing of that is that in each of you, there is a warrior. There is somebody that has been through something. And I guarantee you, if there's something on there something in your life that you have overcome. And in fact, if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, if you want to type it in the chat, something that you've overcome in your life, then you could do that. I have overcome a divorce. I have overcome a major surgery, having a third of my lung removed when I was in my 20s. So people have overcome things in your life, and there's things that you think, I can't do this anymore. And then somehow, with the Lord's help and that little Holy Spirit and the warrior spirit you have, you know what? You're like, all right, I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm going to get up and do it. Now, why would we be talking about all that? Because in Mary Kay, you join this company, and guess what? Things are going to happen, and you're going to have to say, I'm not quitting. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to do it, And it's funny, today I was checking out the hotel, and this guy was loading all my bags, and there was some Mary Kay bags in there, and he noticed them, and he said, are you still in Mary Kay? I said, I sure am. He said, my wife is in Mary Kay. I said, really? She goes, yeah, she's been in for 10 years. She was the manager of a Publix for, I think he said 20 something years, something like that. He said, but she just never would have one of those parties. This is so funny coming from a man. And he said, I told her, I said, you got to get some people over here and have one of those parties. He said, and I told her I'd do it. He said, I'm a people person. Just get them over here. It can't be that hard. So funny, right? And he said, but she never would do it. He said, but she's still in, and she buys it herself and has a few people, like a couple girls that get it from her. I said, and I told him today, I said, fear just stops people sometimes. Fear stops people from trying. And in Mary Kay, if you're afraid to get the girls together and let them try some products, you're just not going to be successful. I'm just telling you, you've got to do it. So you guys, all of you listening to me, you've either got to get them over face to face if you can, or you got to send us some samples and, let's let them try some products. And so that's just the bottom line in our business. And you can do it. No one has died from doing a Mary Kay party. Nobody. So you can do it. You might feel like you're going to die of fear, and be sweating and everything else, but you will make it through it. And that's why Mary Kay used to say, book 8 parties to hold 5 in your first 2 weeks. And I told the guy that today. I said, and you know what? Your first few parties, they're probably going to not be the best that you've ever done because you're just learning. But you get them behind you and you face that fear. So, that's what we're talking about with Warrior Girls. You're going to do the things that you fear. These soldiers, they had fears, but they just brought up that warrior spirit. So what you're going to do tonight is you're going to look at the self-assessment. It says the Boss Babe Warrior Girl self-assessment. We're going to do it tonight, and then 6 weeks from now, we're going to do it again and see if you give yourself a little bit better score maybe, all right? So it says, take a few minutes to access your warrior qualities at the beginning of our journey, being a Boss Babe Warrior Girl. This is just your starting point, and then you'll self-assess at the end. So it says rate yourself 1 to 10. And let me just pull up that picture, and just in case you don't have your workbook, be a little bit, I think, more interesting for you. Hang on just a minute. Let me just find it real quick. I thought I had it up. And then, hang on 1 second, ladies. If you've ever done your Mary Kay, if you've ever done Zoom from your computer, and then all of a sudden your Zoom box is behind all your other boxes, it gets confusing. So let me pull up this little file first, if I can find it. And then you can look at it, just in case some of you don't have it with you. There it is. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm not seeing it on there. Okay, I know y'all see a bunch of mess on here, but let's just, Latrice, can you see that where it says Boss Babe Warrior Girl? Yes. Can y'all see this? Okay. Thank you. That's not even the one I needed. You know what? Just forget it. Sometimes you just have to go back. Okay. Anyway, you guys, it's this little thing right here. It says self-assessment. It's not that hard. Okay. So you're just going to look, and from 1 to 10, you're going to put, it says, I am confident. Where are you? 1 to 10. Where are you? And you can kind of think about as in reference to yourself now as a person, and maybe you might give yourself 2 scores as in your Mary Kay business. You know, we are in here working on our Mary Kay business. So am I confident? And you can put some comments on there or reflections. That's for you. And then the second is I am disciplined. 1 to 10. One is the lowest, 10 is the highest. I am bold. I am active, and I am brave. And then it says, when you see yourself, thinking of yourself as a boss babe warrior girl in your business, what do you see? Be detailed, describe how you would act and what you would do. And so I want you to think about that. And so what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to pull up some of our boss babe warrior girls, some of my friends on here, and I would like them just to share what they feel like a boss babe warrior girl is. Just a few seconds of that, and I didn't tell them, so I'm just going to unmute Latrice first. So Latrice, just going to unmute you here. And I'm going to just spotlight me and you on here together. And so Latrice, this is Latrice Mahalik. She's sales director, Cadillac director. Just picked up a new Cadillac. Thank you very much. What does it mean to you to be a boss babe warrior girl?
Never give up, stand firm, be courageous. You know, there's times I just posted in the chat that from that very first skincare class, you know, I was sweating. I was nervous, but I thought, you know what? If Susie can do this, so can I. And being a boss babe, y'all, you just push through, because being stuck where I was 29 years ago, I didn't want to be there any longer. Mm-hmm. And so it made me come out of my comfort zone, being confident. And there is nothing that we can't do, I can't do, because I have God as my partner. And I'm telling you, y'all better go back and watch that. I mean, read Joshua. It's awesome. And being a warrior and knowing that God put dreams in our hearts for a reason, and we have to man up to it, right? We have
right.
to
woman up
to it.
Amen. Amen. And you know what? As she was talking, I'm listening to her and I'm reading what you guys have overcome in the chat. You guys, I mean, like, people have had deaths of dear family members and friends that died too early. People had overcome areas when they have had divorce, of course, like me, abusive marriages, health problems, unbelievable. But guess what? You guys are still here, and somehow you overcame it. And I want to tell you this, what you're going to have to overcome in Mary Kay is nothing compared to what y'all just typed. This is like a piece of cake compared to that. So when you get kind of fearful, think, man, but I did this. So I can do this. This is not as hard as that, right? So thank you, Latrice. And that's funny about the sweating. I know, right? Of those first parties, you're dropping sweat. So anyway, thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome. Okay.
I'm going to ask Rosie. I'm going to spotlight Rosie with me for a minute. And so Rosie is a brand new Premier Club director. And she just finished 10 days ago. We're so excited for Rosie. She just ordered that card. So Rosie, what does it feel like to you to be a boss babe warrior girl? You got to unmute.
The first thing is you need how to learn to unmute. That's the first thing.
Exactly.
And have a good sense of humor. Okay, so to me, the words that stand out a lot to me are committed to journey, committed. There's so much in that word. And being committed means you're not going to allow anyone or anything to stand in your way. And that's hard sometimes. Sometimes the anyone might be somebody in your own family.
Yeah.
You know, it might be somebody that you thought would be the most loyal to you that maybe thinks it's silly or whatever. Don't let that stop you. And I think the other thing, as far as being a warrior, is to not compare yourself to anyone else.
Yes.
You are your own warrior. Don't compare yourself to Cleta or to me or to, well, I'm not saying they want to be, but you know what I mean? You know, your experience is going to be totally different than our experiences. And it doesn't mean that you're greater, lesser, whatever. It's just that they're your experiences. And I think that's so important to remember, because I think, you know, comparison is the thief of joy, you know, they say, and I really believe that's true. And then the last thing is just when you're doing all this, you have to take that daily action. And I think that's so important. So that's my take.
I love that, Rosie. Thank you. That's perfect. And I'm so glad you brought up the comparison, because I think as women, men, let me say something, men don't do that. Like, they don't go, well, look at his shirt. It's nicer than mine. They don't even think that way. They think, my shirt's the bomb. He should get one like me. I don't know how, well, God just made them that way, you know, but they don't go around comparing themselves to other men usually, right? Women, we're so hard on ourselves, aren't we? So you guys, thank you for saying that, Rosie. That's perfect. That's exactly what we needed tonight. Okay. Let me just go through my gals here. All right, Sayla, I'm just going in the order I have you guys on here. What does it mean to be a boss babe warrior girl? And you got to make sure you unmute.
Okay. Perfect. Hey, everybody. To be a boss babe warrior girl means to fight till the end, never give up. And also, I think as women, we are caught up in trying to be perfect, the perfect way. You know, I've got to have everything in order, everything organized, know everything. And that is just not the case. It is a warrior is someone who says, this is the goal, I'm going for it. No matter what it looks like, I will walk, run, crawl, cry, whatever it takes to get there. And guess what? You grow in the process. And that is what a warrior girl is to me.
Yes, I love that. And you guys, I want you to do something for me in the chat. A lot of you have put down things that you've overcome that have been really difficult. Now what I want you to put down are things that you have accomplished that were difficult. You know what I mean? Like a positive so I want to give you an example. I remember I was in college and I was a business major, and I was a senior. And at the very beginning of my senior year, they said, now you're going to divide up with 6 people. You're going to have, they call it simulations, and you're going to have to run a business. You're going to have to, and they told us all the stuff you're going to have to do. You're going to have to meet with your team. You're going to have to come up with a product. You have to, and I just remember sitting there thinking, this is hard. And I just thought, this is going to be so hard. But then I thought this, and this is how I used to think every time at the beginning of any class. I would say, I don't know how, but I know I'm a finisher. So I know that somehow by the end of the semester, I will have done all these things he just said, because that's who I am. And that's what I would tell myself, no matter how hard it seemed. And I know Sayla's accomplished a lot of things, like health-wise, like running a half a marathon recently and things like that. And so, you know, you start out and you think that's really hard. But if your mind says, but I'm going to do it, you know, you absolutely will. So thank you, Sayla. Thank you so much. Okay. Jana.
Hello,
Let me get you up here with me.
Okay.
All right. This is,
All right. Can you
by the way, that was Sayla Love. Sayla is one of my beautiful offspring directors and here from Valdosta, Georgia. This is Jana Strunk, and she is a pink Cadillac sales director all the way up from Kansas City.
Yes. Okay. So super excited to share with you guys. As I was watching my sister pass away and she had stage 4 cancer, I'd already lost my mom, my nephew, and Lori's twin sister, Leslie. So a sister by that time. So I knew that strength came through the challenges that I was facing. And I told myself, I am going to be one bad mamma jamma after this challenge, because I know that God is creating something special within me through these challenges. And so I think that looking at your challenges is an important way. You can't be like, oh, poor me. And so that's one of the things. So I want you to compare what you've gone through to what you need to do in your Mary Kay business on a consistent basis to be super successful. So you know what, when I compare, making decisions at the oncologist's office compared to booking a Mary Kay party, holy smokes.
Right.
Asking someone that intimidates you if she would be willing to listen to the facts about Mary Kay, there's no comparison. This is what we do I was in a pedaling class and I was in there for 45 minutes and I thought, if I ever get out of here, I'm never getting back in one of these again. This is hard work. Pedaling class is hard work. Booking an appointment is not hard work. And so I would say a boss babe, really the words persistence and determination and perseverance really come to my mind. And something that I love is a poem by Calvin Coolidge. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. So maybe you're not as cute or smart or whatever, but you know what? If you're persistent and you're determined, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you.
That's right. Thank you. And you know what? Her saying about like as cute or as smart. Here's the thing. That beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Otherwise, like, do you not find that someone thinks there's someone in this world that thinks you're beautiful, right? Everybody, people that get married, there's someone for everybody. So that's why that comparison game doesn't work, And so Jana, thank you for saying that. It's just perfect. I really appreciate that. Okay. My sister, Laree. This is Laree Barfield from Thomasville, Georgia. And so she's one of my beautiful Cheetah Nation directors. So Laree, what does it mean to you to be a boss babe warrior girl?
Well, as other people were talking, I wrote down emotional intelligence as one of the points. And that is somebody that, despite what maybe our biggest battle is in our own mind sometimes, and we have to overcome those fears, we have to overcome rejection, we have to, do what she said earlier, put on your big girl panties and deal with it. But we deal with it between the 6 inches between our ears, first and foremost. But then I was also thinking about, we have to dig deep because a warrior is a fighter. And a lot of the battle is won in the preparation. It's not right there on the battlefield. It's when you're learning the skills, just like the Daniel's son in the Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. You got to get that muscle memory. You've got to do those skills that will support you in the battle. And to be a warrior, you've got to be willing to fight. You've got to be willing to dig deep. You've got to be willing to overcome yourself and overcome those obstacles. And when you get struck down, you get up and you do it again and again and again until you accomplish what you want to do. So, my friends, our warrior mentality, we've really got to dig deep. And I had not read Joshua today. And so I went and grabbed my Bible as you were talking. And I'm just going to throw this out there. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but all day today and in our service this morning at church, I was kind of thinking, I'm like, and he did not speak on Joshua, but I'm like, he was speaking about political things and that's just the state of the world right now. And I'm like, you know what? We've got a boulevard around our town, and I'm going to start driving around this town every day and praying over the people in this town and praying for God to call forth his people and for, wisdom and peace and love to prevail. And so I'm just going to say, if you got a boulevard around your town and you want to join me and start driving around our Jericho and not just praying for, I was originally thinking for souls, but the same goes true for people in my business, because I need customers and I need to get people in the pink bubble, because sometimes we are their only hope. All the things that you talked about that you've overcome and that you've had to deal with in your life, think about all the people in your town that have gone through similar things, and they don't have a boss babe call to get on Sunday nights and get encouraged.
That's right.
And they need us. they need this opportunity. And so we need to call them forth as you drive around too. So that's what I think a warrior is.
I love it. I love it. And so if you haven't read the book of that first, it's about them marching around Jericho. So read it, you guys. A lot of y'all know it, but if you haven't, it is a great read. And you know what? You can pull up on your phone. There's a Bible app, and you can just pull up and read the book of Joshua, those first 6 chapters. You won't be able to put it down. It's that good. Okay. Thank you so much, Loree. Thank you. And I like that challenge. In fact, I love that challenge. So thank you. Okay. I'm going to see Connie Bush. Let me find you here. Here you go, Connie. I'm going to pull you up here. Connie,
Wow,
Connie is a beautiful sales director from not Charleston.
Yes.
Are you in Charleston, the city of Charleston?
North Charleston.
North Charleston, yeah, South Carolina. So Connie, what does it mean for you to be a Boss Babe Warrior Girl?
Okay, well, gosh, first things first, I just want to say everybody has such great thoughts. I love everything. And Rosie, I'm cracking up that you've been married 42 years without killing your husband. That's awesome.
That's big. Yeah.
So I just had to say that because I've been married 36. So I'm like this month anyway. So it's really awesome. But for me, I think I typed in there, Overcomer is definitely my unit song. And it really rang true after the number 1 in my unit was killed in a car accident, because that really did rock the unit. And I think of Warrior Girl, Boss Babe Warrior Girl, as someone who just absolutely is not going to give up. You're going to fight to the very end. You're going to, go the way Mary Kay always said it, over, under, and through everything to get to the end result. With the Everhart National Area, we did a January Jumpstart on Saturday, and Julie Weaver, National Sales Director Julie Weaver, was one of the people who closed out the session, and she reminded all of us that we all have a sleeping giant inside of us, and so for us, it's just don't give up, because you know what? God gives us all these things, all of these things that you guys have listed that you have overcome. God puts us through these things because he puts us through these for a reason. There's a reason that we have to go through the things that we've had to go through, because that puts us into a position to be able to help the next person that's going to go through something like that. So, all of it, I mean, there's so many things that were listed there. All of it was for a reason. And the only way you can fail at this business is if you quit. So as long as you are going to fight to the very end, you're going to go over, above, under, and through and around. And oh my gosh, Loree, circling your city. I love that idea. We are also doing Draw the Circle with Mark Batterson. And so it falls right into circle your city and pray over your city, you circle your family, you circle your unit. And so all of that falls into it. Just remember this, guys, you are only one decision away from a totally different lifestyle. One decision. It's a decision. And once you make that decision, if you are a warrior girl, you are going to fight for that until you get to where you want to be.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. Thank you. Thank you, Connie. Okay. Sharon, would you like to add anything to all of this? Let me spotlight you here real quick. This is Sharon Strasberg. And you'll need to make sure you unmute. See if she can get it over here.
Look at all those bumblebees. We got a good view.
I know it.
And let me just tell y'all, while she's finding her unmute button, she has already earned Queen's Court of Sharing, y'all.
That is
just
amazing.
Saying.
All right, Sharon, you
I have to brag on her.
There it goes. Oh, I got it. I actually hit the unmute.
You know what? It's hard when you're on your phone trying to do all this because you only have that small window. So yes, Sharon, just share with us what it means to you to be a Boss Babe Warrior Girl.
Well, I want to thank you all for your kind words first. And also, I was listening to everyone and thinking, Mary Kay said, you always fail forward to success.
That's true.
And that she had the bloodiest knees of all. And I've thought about that a long time. And I always say what you said, Cleta, earlier was, would you like to do a party with me? No, bang, they don't shoot you. You just move on, you know? And I tell my girls that, and they're like, well, that's kind of an awful analogy. I said, I know, but really, they're not going to shoot you. Just move on and do the next best thing, and whatever that is in your repertoire. Just do the next best thing, and being a warrior. I'm so excited about having this, Cleta. Thank you so much for sharing it with us, because we want to be warriors. Oh my goodness, this world needs a lot of female warriors, and we're an army, and we're not gonna, not do it. We are gonna do it. So I thank you very much for that.
You are so welcome. You're so welcome. And I'm so proud of you with all your bees that you've already won the Bumblebee this year. So you guys, it just shows you what you can do when you're determined. And it's not the first one. So y'all can see how beautiful they are. And we're so proud of you, Sharon. And thank you for setting that example. Mary Kay Ash is and would be very, very proud of you too.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Okay, you guys. Well, let me find myself here. So I know that was like an hour full of information, wasn't it? And so I hope you've all stayed with me. Look like everybody has. We have over 40, almost 50 people on Zoom, and we got about 25 watching on YouTube, which we usually have a couple hundred by tomorrow. So welcome all of you to this. I think we're all going to learn a lot. I think we're going to grow as a person, and we're going to grow as a Mary Kay consultant and a Mary Kay director. And you know what? We all want to just grow and be I want to be a better Cleta. And I know Sayla wants to be a better Sayla. And there's always room for improvement. And so thank y'all for getting on here tonight and want to improve yourself. This video will be on my YouTube channel. If you have a consultant, a girlfriend, or a recruit that you think a team member, I know you start calling it a team member, but that you think would benefit from this program, just have her jump on YouTube and watch it. And you can just Google my name on YouTube, and it's right there under Cleta Colson-Eyre. And so, or ask anyone that y'all know me, y'all can find me. So anyway, we want to have lots of participation, and I want to see a lot of growth between now and the next 6 weeks. So you want to kind of focus on the challenges. So this is our first week. So, if you want to do 30 faces, probably a great idea to do maybe a couple of parties this week and get at least 10 faces done at a virtual party. Honestly, you can knock out 30 faces in one party. One, if you got 30 people to watch you do a Mary Kay party, right? But your goal is to do 10 parties. So let's do a few of them this week. But you know what counts as a double party? 2 hostesses that both have at least, 3 people apiece. That's 2 parties. So if you had 10 hostesses, I'm going to tell y'all this. Let's say you have no time. You have 10 hostesses. Each of them have 3 or 4 people apiece, and you get them all on at one time. You are done with your assignment. But you're going to be so excited because you're going to have bookings, you're going to have new team members, and everything else. So you have to put some of this stuff into action. And most of you saw the magnificent Ignite workshop 2 weeks ago. On the 3rd. It's only just like a week and a day ago. And you have so much in your arsenal, in your tool as a warrior girl to get out there and work this business. So thank y'all so much for jumping on here tonight. I'm super excited about seeing where this is going to go in the next 5 weeks. So thank y'all. And congratulations for being on our very first week of call. Thank you to our beautiful directors for all your comments. What you said really made the class great tonight. So you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see y'all next Sunday night.